The results are in Brazil's high-stakes presidential election happened this weekend. The far-right incumbent, President Jair Bolsonaro, who some had hoped would lose resoundingly, managed to pull in enough support to send the race to a runoff. With nearly 100% of the vote in, Bolsonaro is at 43%, while his challenger, former leftist President Lula da Silva, received 48%. Now, Bolsonaro is probably the single most Trumpian figure in global politics today. And as you may remember from their meetings when Trump was in the White House, they are quite enamored with each other.
We're with a gentleman who had one of the greatest election wins anywhere in the world, as far as I'm concerned. And he was very proud of his relationship with President Trump, President of Brazil. And he's a special man. I just want to welcome you and say thank you very much, my friend.
It gives me great pleasure to be next to you, Mr. President. I have been a great admirer of you for quite some time, even before your election.
These two even have family ties. According to the Brazilian president, his son Eduardo is friends with Trump's children, presumably his adult children, Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, who are all around Eduardo's age. The two presidents have taken a very similar approach to both campaigning and governing. In 2018, during Bolsonaro's first campaign for president, he repeatedly encouraged his supporters to commit violence against his opponent's supporters in the media. He said awful and disgusting things about his political opponents. After he won the presidency, amidst the worst days of the COVID pandemic, Bolsonaro downplayed the severity of the disease, oversaw one of the world's most disastrous responses to the virus. And recently, as he runs for re-election, Bolsonaro has been whipping up paranoid conspiracy theories about election fraud. In between, he's proven himself to be basically an incompetent, and he's been intimating he could attempt a coup, saying in a recent speech, quote, "If need be, we will go to war." So that's where Brazil is. They're going to have a runoff between him and Lula in about a month. That's where Brazil is 4 years after electing the so-called Trump of the tropics. Brazil, though, is not the only country still reeling from this sort of Trumpian moment around that time. Because 6 years ago, populist movement in the UK brought about the Brexit vote, cutting the UK off from the European Union. Since then, the UK has, it hasn't been smooth sailing over there. They've cycled through 3 prime ministers, the latest of whom, I don't know if you've been paying attention to this, Liz Truss, is having a tough go of it. She began her tenure by announcing a wildly aggressive and regressive tax cut that would mostly benefit the rich. That announcement sent the pound plummeting to a record low against the dollar. Truss is now having to reverse that decision, as her Chancellor of the Exchequer, basically their sort of Treasury Minister, explained today.
I can be frank. I know the plan put forward only 10 days ago has caused a little turbulence. I get it. I get it. We are listening and have listened. And now I want to focus on delivering the major parts of our growth package.
Whoopsie. In the wake of all that turmoil, support for the opposition Labour Party has surged. I mean, the polling out of the UK right now is nuts. It's up 33 points over the Conservatives. It is the biggest polling lead by any UK party in more than 2 decades. And then, of course, here at home, some Conservatives are not faring well in the polls either. The latest NBC News poll found Donald Trump's favorability rating hit its lowest point in a year and a half, 34%. It's a third of the country that's got a positive view of the guy. And it's funny because I think of these 3 things, these 3 major global events over the past 6 years, in my head as kind of being in the same category. Obviously, there's specific things happening in each country that brought them about. But Donald Trump's victory in 2016, the Brexit vote that same year, and Jair Bolsonaro's victory 2 years later, all kind of like a right-wing middle finger to the tut-tutting liberal establishment that thinks it knows better. And in all 3 cases, in all 3 countries, we kind of ran the experiment. Okay, blow it up. Screw you. You can't look at any of these 3 countries and the outcomes and think that was not a disaster. And I really got to hope that at least enough people have learned their lesson.